It's hard. It's really hard.
Fiona Hallam's family are unemployed, renting and running out of money.
Every day is uncertain. We don't know whether we were going to be homeless. We didn't know whether we were going to have somewhere to eat because we're paying all this money in rent.
When COVID hit in March, the roof started falling in for renters and landlords. It was propped up when banks offered to pause interest payments on mortgages, and states and territories enacted a broad ban on evictions. In just a few weeks, both supports are removed.
I'd describe the impending situation as a road crash waiting to happen. It's something that we can absolutely avoid, though.
We kicked the problem down the road, but now we're here. More than 1 in 3 Australians rent their home, most of them from small landlords. And most of those landlords are using negative gearing to lose money on the investment so they pay less tax. But with soaring unemployment for renters and landlords, the system has broken down.
The other end of that transaction is a property owner who also has the bank waiting to receive those mortgage repayments as well. So it is a very difficult balancing act.
The property industry says it's time to lift the ban on evictions, but it won't be easy.
We are going to see some continued pain for both tenants and landlords as we move forward.
What we can see is this double vulnerability of renters struggling in the private rental market and private landlords as well, struggling when they lose that source of income.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to today's auction.
It's a wicked problem, exacerbated by our tax system boosting the cost of housing by encouraging small investors to plough their money into property.
So, congratulations. Welcome.
Unfortunately, we've tried to deal with the housing problems in Australia by leaving it to the market with the idea that somehow the market could sort things out.
6 months was enough time for governments, banks, landlords and renters to work out a solution. But we blew it. Now, the carnage.
It's immensely frustrating that we can't seem to have a joined-up conversation about this.
Advocates for renters say the power imbalance between landlords and tenants made attempts to negotiate largely fruitless. Many rent reductions were really deferrals. So, in the deepest recession since the 1930s, many tenants have been building huge debts they'll never be able to repay.
That combination of now accrued debt, due and payable, landlords can evict you, and not only evict you, but put you on a blacklist so you can't get a new place, makes homelessness for people who otherwise would never have considered it a very real prospect.
Go, buddy.
The Hallams have tried every avenue to get a reduction in their rent.
We've got nothing coming in to sustain this ridiculous rent that we are now paying, and the landlord or the real estate, they're just like, well, you signed a lease, you have to fulfil those obligations.
Their only choice is to break the lease.
Whether you're renting or not, it doesn't matter. We all want the same thing. We want healthy, happy families and somewhere safe to live, to call home.
We say as safe as houses. This year shows it's been anything but.